All right, Jake, let's start with number one in Ohio State. You're going to be doing that game, as we've already touched on, coming out of week one, the really impressive win against Texas, heading into this game against what figures to be an overmatched Grambling. What are you focused on?
Well, first off, listening to the press conferences this week, listening to the players talk, I thought Arvell Reese had the game of his life. And I know we talked about it on Tuesday. I think he's a future All-American. And the key for me is, how do you maintain that level of play? The players, when they're talking to the media, seem unsatisfied. They're hungry for more. And that goes all the way back to January, coming off the national championship run, when this team said, hey, Coach Day, take some of this national title gear down. We want to make this our team going forward. So it's the mentality of this team. And I felt that they played with a certain swagger and intensity and speed, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. Remember, that was one of the big narratives, is what do these new faces look like? Arvell Reese replacing Cody Simon. I mean, that guy is seriously playing out of his mind. Jermaine Matthews was the Buckeye Play of the Week on the defensive side of the ball, replacing Denzel Burke. Check, among another of other new faces. Then we'll get to see Julian Sayin, hearing Ryan Day talk. It was an intentionally conservative game plan. You could see that throughout the game. It showed up on tape. We will see, I would assume, a more opened up playbook for Sayin and the Buckeye offense this weekend.
This is his chance to show Buckeye Nation what he can do. The Texas game wasn't set up to be that game. The defense played well when the Ohio State offense needed it to in the most critical situations this past weekend. Again, goal line stands, fourth down stops. That being said, you can't expect that each and every day. So I do expect this to be the week that Ryan Day says, okay, Julian Sayin, we're taking the training wheels off. You want to explore your space? Nobody can cover Jeremiah Smith. Nobody can cover Carnell Tate from this other team. Show us what you can do.
Yeah, I'd be expecting a huge game from Jeremiah Smith and Max Clare and Carnell Tate, all those guys. We're going to get to see them open it up a little bit. And again, just listening to Ryan Day talk, like, it was an intentionally conservative game plan. But what Day said is he was really impressed when Julian would come on the sideline and Day would ask him, hey, what did you see out there? And he said every time Julian spoke to him, what he said was 100% correct. So it shows you that he's seeing the game really well. And Will Howard told us last year that he felt that there was going to be no issues with Julian operationally. He's an extremely intelligent quarterback. Now they'll have a chance to open up a little bit, see him push the ball down the field. Should be a completely different game plan.